Hi, ladies. Ready to look hot and feel great over 40? Welcome to Sexy Boss Slimdown with me, Heather Havenwood. Brought to you by e2lab.com. Detox your body, rebalance your life. Are you over 45, 60? Are you relying on the traditional medical field to help you feel great and get you back to a balanced body? Good luck with that. At e2lab.com, Dr. Don Salio got sick of people complaining about bloating, inflammation, and feeling sluggish. He has created unique, potent, and powerful non-pharmaceutical supplements to help the body rebalance, detox, and get back to being healthy. Go to e2lab.com, getting you back to healthy and balanced. Hi, everyone. Welcome to Sexy Boss Slimdown. This is really like week 1, but it's a countdown of 16 weeks. We had 17 weeks. Now we're down to 16 weeks. And this is the first one. So if you're just now listening, this is our first podcast as well as Facebook Live. And my name is Heather Havenwood. I'm the contestant of the countdown. I'm the one who's going to be going through the torture. And then we have Linda M. Stevens, who is my coach and friend and nutritionist. She's a competitor. She's an IFBB pro herself. She's actually in the middle of getting ready. Look at that. She's actually getting ready for this. So it's going to be a pretty powerful. And the reason why we're doing this is we're both women over 40. And I'm super excited to work with her getting ready for a figure show because I found that I've worked with other coaches, which are great, but they're men. And I think that there's something to be said for women over 40. There's just other things you deal with, right? So, ladies, these are the Sexy Boss ladies. So what we're doing today is I'm literally going to like inviting you in of what Linda and I would be talking about anyway, as my coach, of like what's going on with my diet. Like, so I'm just kind of like letting you in on like the, reality show. It's not the Kardashians. It's not that exciting, but it's close, right? So, all right, Linda, what's been going on this week? So we've started out the week at 158. Okay. I'm now at 156. So that means things are moving. Out of the 5 days, the request was 30 minutes of cardio every single day for 6 days a week. We're on fifth day. I've done 100% of that. Great. So, yay.
Okay, that's an accomplishment.
Yeah, and I'm doing sprints.
Yes.
To really jack the heart rate. So I just want to throw it out and let me know if you should tweak it. But I'm doing like a 2 or 3 minute warm up and then 2 minutes of sprinting.
Okay.
And then 2 minutes recovery, and I'm just doing that till 30.
Correct.
Yeah, is that good?
Yeah, okay. It's great. It just keeps your heart rate going up and down, and it keeps your metabolism and your fat burning. You giving yourself the chance to recover a little bit, and then you're going right back. So it's a great way to burn fat. Sprints, intervals are a great way to start, tapping into what we have stored so that we can lose it.
Okay. Okay, good. Now, as far as food, what's that? And today's call we're really calling the launch, because whenever we take on any new diet, any new change in our lives, it just takes time to shift. So last week I didn't do that great. This week I'm like 60% there. I finally kind of said, forget it. I went to a place here called Snap on Foods. Okay. And it's the same concept that we were talking about. They just have like pre-done meals that are designed for more bodybuilding and healthy. Because what happened is I'm here all day at my office, and yes, the kitchen's downstairs, but I'm back to back to back to back, and I just have like no space. And all of a sudden I wake up, it's like 3:00 in the afternoon. I've had one meal, which isn't good. So I want to dive into that. I'm prepping and changing my whole life so that I'm getting these meals in, which is 5 meals a day. Can you just talk about that and what, because you're great at it. You've mastered this, but I think this is one of the biggest issues that most women deal with because they're busy.
Exactly. So there's a couple things. Girl. What?
Give me some tips.
Exactly. So contest prep, it all goes together as far as it all works together. Your cardio, your training, your diet. But the diet is probably the biggest piece of it because you figure, you've been training and your muscle's there. It might be hidden under a little bit of body fat, but it's there. So we just have to peel off the layer to get to what's underneath so we can see. Right. And then, of course, your cardio is going to help you do that. So it's kind of the cardio and the diet is almost the two biggest pieces of contest prep. Because if you've been in an off season or like you've been eating and lifting, that's when you're building muscle and growing. So now we need to strip off what's there. So cardio, diet, those are the two biggest pieces of it. Cardio, you're doing great with. The diet has to be mastered because what you can do is you need to cook food in bulk. And I know it's hard for some people to get used to doing that. So what I like to do is pick a couple days of the week. So either like Sunday or Wednesday.
Do you want to get the phone?
Sorry.
Listeners, it's okay. We'll just say that again. No worries. Okay, so start from the beginning.
So what you want to do is cook in bulk. So what I try to do is on Sunday, I'll grocery shop and I'll cook on my grill. I'll grill chicken. Maybe I grill vegetables. I'll grill a steak. I'll grill some shrimp. I'll do some different proteins. So I have maybe 3 different proteins I can choose from during the week. So I can choose steak. I can choose shrimp. I can choose chicken. I mean, you can. I'm just using those 3 as an example, but other proteins that you could use would be, any type of white fish, salmon, turkey, poultry, stuff like that, eggs. There's lots of protein options. So
you cook all of it at the same time? How much do you cook? Like, what? I mean, give me an idea. Do you just cut it? Do you freeze that or
chicken? I like to use chicken. And I don't buy chicken breasts. I buy the chicken tenderloins. They're the little strips. So they almost look like if you were to bread them and make chicken fingers with for your kids or something. But obviously they're not breaded, they're plain. So I'll put a bunch of those on the grill. They cook really fast. Like you flip them once, twice, they're done. So it's really easy. It's fast. I'll cook a flank steak. I love to use flank steak. So I'll buy, a big steak because everybody will eat it. So I'll cook it on the grill. And then I'll buy shrimp. I'll buy frozen shrimp. Even though it's already cooked, I throw it on the grill just to warm it up and give it that little skewered look almost, so that grilled mark, so it's done. And I'll cook it all at once, take off proteins. Sometimes I grill zucchini. I'll grill eggplant, lots of different types of vegetables. I'll make a big, huge bowl of salad. Nothing on it. Cover it with, plastic wrap. Keep it in the fridge. So then you can just sort of grab a bunch of salad, throw it in a bowl, and cut up your chicken's cooked, throw your 4 ounces of chicken on it, done. There's your meal. So, always have a bowl of salad in there. You can make a big, huge bowl of salad like that and cover it, and it'll last. It'll last like 2 or 3 days. And if you're using it, you'll use it up, and then you just make another bowl. So, and you're not going to put anything on it, so it's not going to get wilty or gross. It'll stay pretty crisp if you keep it in the fridge and keep it covered for a couple days.
So let's do the salad real quick because there's the mixed salad, spring salad. So you just put it all in there. Do you put anything else in there? Because I'm not allowed to. What am I allowed to have in there?
So and the thing and what I like to do, contest prep should be easy. Like I don't want you buying heads of lettuce and washing leaves and chopping them up. Who has time for that? I know I don't. So I will buy the bag lettuce. I'll buy the bag lettuce. It's a mixture of romaine, spring mix, butter lettuce, whatever it is. Sometimes it has little pieces of cabbage and stuff in it. If you want to add, if you want it to have some dimension and some color, you can buy a bag of mixed something. If it's got a few little shreds of carrots in it, it's not that big of a deal. Don't stress about that. And I'll cut up bell peppers and tomatoes and onion. I keep it really simple. Like the simpler you can keep your prep, the easier it is. I mean, everybody's different, okay? And some clients want contest prep's not a culinary experience. Let's just put that out there first. Okay?
It's not. It's about getting the food in. I mean, I'm having such a hard time of getting the food in.
People are like, I can't eat any more eggs. And it's like, well, you know what? It's contest prep. And this is how it goes. This is the plan. This is what you want to do. So you just got to put your mindset there and say, I'm doing this. And, and I've eaten a lot of stuff on contest prep diets that I haven't particularly liked, but, you just do what you have to do. You put your head down, the blinders on, and you get through it. So I'm about simplicity because I have a lot going on in my life. I have kids. I have a lot of stuff, a lot of moving parts. And some people will have kids and some people don't, but everybody's busy, right?
Yeah.
So
everyone's busy.
Make a huge bowl of salad, buy the bag lettuce, throw a couple bags in a huge bowl, chop up some bell pepper for color, throw some onion in if you dig onion, tomato, cover it in the fridge. Grill your chicken, grill your protein, whatever, or cook however you want to cook it. Some people like to use slow cookers. Some people boil chicken. I mean, whatever. You don't have to.
So then, okay, so you've done that, and right now, like, I'm having to measure 3. Do you go ahead and just segment it out? That, let's say you're doing 3. I'm doing 3 ounces. So do you segment it out 3 ounces, 4 ounces? Like and what do you do? Like in a
I get a food. You get your food scale out. You put a little little paper plate on it, and put your chicken on there and weigh it till you get to about 4 ounces. And when you get really close, then I cut it up and I put it in a little container, and it's done. And if I'm steaming, I keep steamed broccoli in the fridge. I buy the string beans that come in the plastic bag that you can just sort of puncture and nuke for 3 minutes.
Oh, where'd you get those? I don't have those. Where are those?
That's okay. In the grocery store, they should have them.
So it's just like it's a package.
It's a string beans. Yep.
Just puncture and just goes right into the microwave.
Put it in the microwave for 3 minutes. Open the bag. Be careful because it's really hot and steamy. And then I dump them into a bowl, and then I grab a handful of string beans and throw them in with my chicken.
So what about rice, right? So you shared something one time to me about Trader Joe's, because I have this huge cooker, and that's a lot of rice. And I find that rice doesn't do very well over a couple of days in the fridge. It's just like, Right. So what do you suggest there?
Trader Joe's is a national company, so and I know Whole Foods has it also, and some, like here in the East Coast, we have Stop and Shop, and they have it in their freezer case. But you can buy rice, and it comes in individual bags. So same thing, you puncture it, nuke it for 3 minutes, open up the bag, and you can probably it'll last you a couple days, maybe, depending on what your carb intake is and where you're at in your prep. But it's great. It's one individual bag, so if you and your significant other are using it, it'll probably be gone in a day. Okay. And it's great. It comes in a box. A box has 3 bags in it, and they have brown rice. They have a brown rice, red rice, and black barley. That's kind of cool. Then they just have brown rice, and they also have the jasmine rice, which you could use also if you wanted to. So it gives you a little bit of a mixture, and it's fast. So if you have 10 minutes in between interviews, you could zip down to the kitchen if you had to. Hopefully, probably do it beforehand so you're all prepped and ready. But you could throw a bag in the micro 3 minutes while you're chopping up your chicken, and then just throw your chicken over your salad that you've already got made. Grab a half a cup of rice and eat, and gone. You're gone. So,
yeah. Okay. This is, it's been a challenge to prep everything for Sunday. Like, I think I did the chicken on Sunday. So I did the chicken tenders. Right. And I think now, I don't know why, but I think it's bad now because I was smelling. I'm like, oh, it's bad now. So I'm not sure how long it lasts.
I usually, I'll probably 5 days, 4 to 5 days.
Yeah, 4 to 5 days.
If you're cooking it and you're using it, I'll cook 2 packages because I eat a lot of chicken during prep. I like to do chicken, and I'll do steak in the evening as my last meal because I feel like it holds me longer overnight. But I love to do steak and chicken, and I do shrimp. Those are kind of my 3 go-tos.
The 3 go-tos. Okay.
That's what I like. But and I like to do the string beans because they're super easy in the bag. The rice is easy in the bag.
Okay.
So all that stuff, and you just keep it in the freezer, and just take it out as you need it, so you don't have to worry about it spoiling.
Okay, so everyone who's listening, we're thinking, what are we talking about? I'm doing a contest prep. She's prepping me to be on the figure, right? There's bikini, figure, and physique. So figure, go onto stage. So that means I'm going to get in this tiny little bikini and ask people to get all tanned up because I'm extremely white, and do my hair. And then get on stage and ask people to judge me. This is my second show. The first one I did on my 40th birthday, just to kind of give you a context here. And the last time I did it, it was a very challenging, hard experience. It was not fun at all. I was glad that I did it. I'm very proud of myself that I got on the stage. Honestly, the 2 days before I got on stage, if you'd asked me, I'd be like, I really don't want to do this. But I had told a bunch of people, and they were showing up and they bought tickets. So I thought, okay. I made a lot of mistakes, and more importantly, the mistakes were with the food, which it's my biggest challenge. Working out, cardio doesn't bother me. Like, I got that, I go to the gym 5 days a week. I do cardio anyway. I actually stopped doing cardio for a while so that when I did prep, I could do cardio better and drop faster. That's not the hard part for me. I don't miss really chocolate. I don't mind doing vitamins. I all that stuff. Like, my biggest challenge
even water. My biggest challenge is the prepping of the food.
Right.
One, because I don't feel confident in the kitchen. So that's the first thing. I'm not a confident cook at all. So thank God this is like not a culinary experience, because
I was going to say, I'm not a chef either. Trust me.
yeah, I am just not. And then the first thing she said to me was, all that tilapia you have in your freezer, like,
Out.
give it away, go. Yeah, like, I don't know, give it away. So I'm not eating that anymore. So I'm like literally having to change.
Actually, no one should eat tilapia. I'm going to just interject that.
Say,
To interrupt you, but no, but I mean, it's such a bad fish, and the way they treat it and feed it. And it's just, if anyone looks it up and reads about it, they'll be horrified. And I know a lot of people eat it because it's cheap, it's high in protein and low in fat, but you can get the same thing from eating like cod or shrimp. So it's, you just have to be, the bottom line is you have to be a good consumer now too, and you need to know what you're putting in your body. So, I mean, we all are trying to get a certain look to get on stage, but I've easily been able to myself personally achieve the stage look by using chicken, lean turkey, shrimp, cod, even salmon, even steak. So, I mean, it can be done. It's just, you don't need to eat tilapia. It's really, really, really not good for you. So I always say, I mean, you could coat it in chocolate and I still wouldn't eat it.
That sounds really gross.
I know it does, but I'm like, oh no. But anyway, so you can finish your point. But
yeah, I mean, I just wanted to give people the context, and then water, no sodas. I feel like I have to say that because people have been asking me like side questions on Facebook, and I'm like, you stop drinking soda? I'm like, I don't drink soda. I seriously have not had soda in probably 20 years, so it doesn't even faze me. I don't drink anything carbonated anyway. So the contest prep diet is not very far from what I already do. You know what I mean? It's not far. So I think a lot of people might be listening going, oh my God, that sounds so far from where I'm at. You got to kind of go in baby steps. And that's what I want to talk to you about today which is when people are saying, I want to add a new diet to their life, whatever it is. I mean, they might be on a whatever, just get losing 20 pounds kind of diet. How can you as a coach help people understand the expectations? I mean, what the mental alterations, do you work with, can you just kind of speak to that?
It's always like anything to make a change. Any change in life is difficult. And it's interesting. I had a client actually come into the gym this morning, and I was training her, and we stopped about 3/4 of the way through because she's like, I feel really lightheaded. So I said to her, what did you eat this morning? And she's like, well, I had a banana at like 7 a.m. So, I said to her, she's like, I don't like to eat breakfast. And a lot of people say that, but you know what? It's like,
I love breakfast.
I can't go to bed fast enough at night so I can get up and eat breakfast.
I'm like, get out of my way. I need breakfast. Like, do not talk to me.
8 o'clock because I want to get up and eat. But and we all know this from being little kids in school, right? Breakfast is the most important meal of the day because you've been fasting all night and all that, right? But it's so simple and it's true. And I said to her this morning, I said, we need to retrain you. I said, because you need to get up and eat breakfast at 7 a.m. or whatever time it is that you get up. And it's about just retraining people. And people have to sort of let go of what they've been doing. I always tell people, no matter whether it's a competition client or a regular weight loss client, everything that you've been doing up to this point, forget it. Because I'm going to tell you what you need to be doing now. And I'm realistic. You'll meet a lot of people that are like very hardcore, like this is what you do and that's it. But I try to be realistic with people because I understand it's hard to change. So I try to ease them in gradually. So like this woman this morning, what I'm getting her to do now is to get up in the morning and have breakfast. Find something that she can handle, manage in her stomach and get up and eat so that she feels energized. So when she comes into the gym, she has energy to train. So for me, it's about baby steps and slowly adding steps in for people. If you give someone like this long laundry list of things they're supposed to start doing, they're not going to do it because they're going to be overwhelmed, But if I say, okay, Heather, we're going to just start with eating breakfast. Every morning you're going to get up and have a third of a cup of oats, a little bit of fruit, and maybe a couple of hard-boiled eggs or some protein powder in your oatmeal or something. So you get a good carb, you get a good protein, you got maybe a little fruit, little fiber, some fat, and you feel good, like not overload. And then slowly say, okay, now this is what you did for breakfast. Now 3 hours later, you're going to try having this, and just gradually add the steps in, and gradually have them start drinking more water. And it's a process like anything else. And I try to be sensitive, and I try to be hand holding, and teach people how to slowly add stuff in. because they'll start to feel better right away. Dollars to donuts. I mean, I've been doing this for so long now that I know what their response is going to be after a few days. Oh my God, I feel good. I've actually lost some weight. I'm like, yeah. If you fuel your body the way it wants to be fueled, you'll actually lose weight because they get nervous. I'm going to gain weight on this diet. And I'm like, no, you're really not going to gain weight. Trust me, your body. This is what your body wants.
Yeah, because I'm not eating enough. I know that on the diet, even though I've lost, I'm not eating enough. I'm really having to force myself, and it comes down to prep. So I'm clear that it's prep. It's not that I don't want to eat. It's just that I'm moving, and yeah, it's the preparing. It's really the challenging part for me. And being, yeah, go ahead.
Sorry. The other cool thing that I've used too, there are companies out there that will. That can prepare the food for you. They do contest prep diet. A lot of athletes use them. There are a lot of different companies out there. There's one I've used that I really like that's reliable. I just actually traveled last weekend to Vermont to judge the NPC Vermont show. And I had my food. I did not feel like packing food and weighing it out and putting everything in bag. I didn't want to do that for 2 days. So what I did was I called them. I went online. I ordered what I wanted: 4 ounces of chicken, 4 ounces of spinach, and that was it. I've been low carb, so I had no carb in my meal. And I ordered like 8 of those, and they packed it on ice and they sent it to the hotel. And I got there, and my food was there. So I was set for the weekend. I didn't have to think about it, and I stayed on my diet, and I had no problems doing my contest prep.
That is truly, you've told me to go ahead and call them, and I think I might. I really need to have some probably like a combo right now of things that are already handled, and then me prepping until I just really get it. I mean, it's probably gonna take me 2 or 3 weeks. I'm just trying to. That's why we're doing 16 weeks. Usually a contest prep is around 12 or 13. We started early, one, because I know I have a lot go. And she said something really amazing to me when we first started together. She's like, I don't want to drop you. I want to nice and even drop you. Right. And I think I
don't want you to feel miserable. And
that's what happened last time. He's just dropping me. And then what happens after that is that then when you're on stage, you do look good, and then you run and get a pizza. You're like, oh my God, give me food now. And then you just want to eat because you just haven't eaten. And so this one, I'm not hungry. I mean, I'm kind of hungry now. I need to eat, but I'm not starving myself. I'm not feeling like, but I'm definitely not eating enough. I'm not there yet, but I'm down. Well, today I'm down 2 pounds for the week, but I'm pretty much 4 pounds down for the 2 weeks. Right. So I'm down 4 pounds. I'm still working now. I'm still going to the gym. I'm still doing, just to give you all an idea, and just to let you know, Mondays, legs. Tuesday is chest. And Wednesday I do back. Thursday I do shoulders. Probably the shortest workout ever on the planet. And then I need to do more. And then arms. Yeah, my shoulder workout, I was going to ask you, that's one of my weakest points. You got great fucking shoulders. I mean, I do 5 exercises, but I'm only there half an hour. I wanted to ask you if we haven't talked about my training, right? So I didn't know if you wanted me to do some more stuff where I really focus on a particular body part. I know my shoulders are my weakest.
What I'll do too is when we're done, I'll have stuff I'll send you offline, so you have different workouts for all your muscle groups.
That'd be great.
But yeah, absolutely. I mean, shoulders, back, glutes, hamstrings are my favorite things to train. I guess, I love to train, period, but it's nothing better than building, nice delts and lats and high glutes and great hamstrings. I mean, it's just, it's really fun to just sort of chisel up your body, and it can so be done. Yeah. See?
I'm so not you. Don't show you right now because you're super sexy, hot, and you're like, bam, girl. So yeah, my shoulders are my weakest. Right. Mainly because I've really all the trainers I've ever worked with, they always focus on my ass booty. And my booty. Yes, they focus on my booty, and I'm like, what? But none of my trainers have ever focused. So I've had trainers for 15 years. My first trainer was in 2001. So whenever that was, and we didn't focus at all on my shoulders or my arms. And I think that's a woman thing. They figure, oh, you don't want to do that. But I think that's a big missing.
Yeah, figure that's huge.
It's a huge missing. I'm kind of have I need more
delts, a little more shoulder caps. So Yeah, definitely. And as far as shoulders go, I mean, yeah, I could train shoulders all day long, but lots of variations of overhead press. There's so many different ways you can do it. You can do dumbbells, barbells, hammer machine is great. Any other type of overhead press machine is great. You can do Arnold press, which is a shoulder press. It's a little different.
Yeah, that one's Arnold, right? All the way
lots of side lateral raises and all kinds of different versions. I love taking like 20-pound, 15 and 12.5-pound dumbbells, line them up and do like go 10, 10 and 10 and recover, go down and then go back up, go down, go back up. So you get 4 sets in of, 10 reps.
Do that again. That's pretty good. So you have 12, 15, 20.
Yeah, so I'll get the 20-pound dumbbells. You want to rack them all up. So 20 pounds, 15 pounds, and sometimes 12 and a half, say. Or you could go 15, 10, 8, however, whatever your level is. So I'll pick up the 15s, bang out 10 reps, side laterals. Put them down, grab the 12s, do 10 reps. Put those down, grab the 10s, do 10 reps. Recover, because you should probably have a pretty good burn going on by that point. Yeah. Recover for a couple minutes. Then grab the 10s and go up. So you'll go 10 with the 10s, 10 with the 12s, 10 with the 15s, recover, and then go back down again. Start at 15 and go down, then start at 10 and go up. So you're constantly going heavy to low and then low to heavy. So you're just mixing it up and confusing the muscle a little bit. So
my God, that's hot. I'm going to do that.
I'll send you all that so you have it.
Yeah.
There's bands. I like to use bands too. I'll attach bands to dumbbells and do different things with that because it gives you more resistance. So you can use a lighter dumbbell with a band.
Okay.
Lots of bent over reverse flies and different variations. The reverse fly machine. I use cables to do reverse flies.
I don't have a good one for that. I would love for that. I do this. So the one I do for reverse fly.
Yep.
You could tell a man told me to do this, right? Ready? So I got big kahunas. I got big boobs. They're like 36Ds. Okay, people. So, he told me
shrink a little bit.
Right? They are probably. So he told me to lay down on the bench, chest first, and then do it. The problem is I can't get my boot. Like I gotta lift. Right? The girls like it gets hurts. The girls are like, "What are you doing down here?" So I have to lift them over the edge of the thing. You should see me. I'm like, "What's up?" Right? Yeah. I lift them over, and and Dawn's like, well, you need to scoot down. I'm like, I can't. My boobs are in the way, and he just laughs. And it's true though. I'm like, I got to lift the babies over.
Yeah,
and then I got
to. You don't have to do those.
Okay, good.
You can stand in a bent over formation and just do them that way. You can do them seated. So you sit your booty on the very edge of a bench and then just bend forward and almost like keep them right by your feet. And then you lean forward and do them that way.
That would make me feel more comfortable because I'm not kidding you. It hurts my boobs to lay like that.
You can use the machine too, the reverse fly machine. You can use that also. That's a good machine.
I don't think we have one. We're Gold's Gym over here.
They should have one.
They should. I'll ask them. They're getting rid of all the good old stuff, the old school white stuff. And every time we know the guys who come, but it's like I feel like they're the mafia. They kind of walk in. We're like, oh, don't you take my machine? Don't. And all the guys in there are like, don't you take this machine? And because it's the old school machines. But the people we're in Austin and they're in Dallas and the corporates in Dallas and they go, well, we're told by Dallas to take it. They're not even there, so they don't even know. They want aesthetics and what looks good. So I laugh all the time because I swear to God, one time there was like 3 guys in front of these other dudes like, no, you're not taking our damn machine. I was like, oh my God, like we're just.
I know you can get hurt trying to.
You can get hurt. I know. In the middle of a workout, you're like, there's 3 guys and they're taking a machine. And just like,
I know.
That's not good. Y'all should come in the middle of the night when no one's here because this is not smart. Okay, great. So I'm going to continue where I'm doing. My biggest tweaks, my biggest changes today. What's the name of the company? I'm going to order some food. What's the name of the company?
The one that I've used, there are lots of good ones out there, but I like Icon Meals.
Icon Meals.
Icon Meals, IconMeals.com. Iconmeals.com, owned by Todd Abrams. Really good guy out of Texas. And they've just been, they've been spot on. They did my contest prep food for me last November when I went to do the Boca Pro, and it worked perfectly. And I was actually thinking about ordering a few of their meals and just keeping them in the fridge because it's so easy when, if I got to drop kids off and be in two different places at once, I can just nuke it, grab it, and I eat. Literally, I'm eating in the car. Don't text and drive. Well, I'm like, I eat and drive. But sometimes, you know what? When you're in prep, you have to eat. When it's time to eat. I don't care where you are. You have to eat. I've taken my own food to restaurants, and I eat my own food in a rrestaurant. I mean, it's just
they love you.
Yeah. I'm like, you know what? There's a goal here. I'm sorry if you're offended, but there's a goal. So do what we have to do. Yeah. But that's like with anything, if you want something bad enough, you make it happen. So
right. That's what we're doing here. That is why we're doing this public, everyone. Because why? Yes. I'm going to be narcissistic about this. I want your support.
We want your support also too. And I think I get a lot of questions too from women, fitness, figure, bikini competitors. Yeah. A lot of them do work with men, and there are a lot of great male coaches out there.
Yes,
my coach is a male coach. He's awesome, Christopher Tuttle. And but there are a lot of women out there, and these guys just don't know how to take care of them with hormones and lots of things that are going on. And if anything, I want to just bring awareness to women as to there is a healthy way to contest prep. You don't have to starve, eat tilapia, eat asparagus, and that's all you do for 12 weeks. It's like there is a healthy way to do this. I've had fruit on my diet almost like up to the last week before final week prep, and I've been ripped and shredded, still eating apples and blueberries. So I mean, there's a healthy way to contest prep, and we're going to go through all of it through this whole 16 weeks. I'm going to put you through what I go through, and I feel great. I'm 3 weeks out from my show. I'm super lean and shredded. I'm doing cardio. I'm dieting like a mad woman, but I feel good. I don't feel bad. Bad.
That's a key. That's a key because I did one show when I was 25. If you know that. I didn't know what I was doing, by the way. I didn't have anyone who was helping me. I didn't. Right. I mean, I really didn't know what I was doing. I really didn't prep because I didn't even know there was a thing called prepping. I just showed up at this thing and gave them money and went on stage. So it was not a good idea. But someone said, "Oh, you need to lose water weight." It's okay. And I go, "How do I do that?" They go, "You do take these diuretics." Oh. And let me explain to you what happened. I stopped drinking water because I was kind of told to. No one was prepping me, so I didn't know what to eat or not to eat. I didn't have any food that day, and I was on diuretics. And let me explain to you. Thank God you were not near me. I was the biggest, meanest person on the planet because I was hungry, starving, no water, and on diuretics.
It's so dangerous, too.
It's dangerous. So dangerous. I came home. I started eating like a crazy person, passed out for like 12 hours, and thought to myself, I'm never going to do that again. And that was back almost 12 years ago. And I really didn't do my first one until, again, I was 40. But I had a coach, and he was a male, and nothing against it. It's just that I didn't have that hand-holding process. I had a lot of questions and a lot of times of the month issues and just like, what's happening here? Is this okay? And I would get discouraged. So there's just a lot that happens. Your body's altering. So that's why I was excited to work with you. And I'm excited about the Sexy Boss Slimdown because I'm hopefully the process is to encourage other women not to go to prep. I mean, you might want to, but it's fine. But even if you just take on the concept of what we're doing and why I do cardio in the morning, which I want you to talk about just real quick before we wrap up, why I do cardio in the morning and why I do 5 days a week of different areas of the body, stuff like this that people ask me, and I'm not an expert. Like, I'm going through the process. That's why I'm like, ask her, I'm just kind of following what I'm supposed to do. So let's talk about cardio for a second. Currently you've asked me to do 6 days a week, 30 minutes a day. That will alter. I do it in the morning, and then explain why you want me to do it in the morning.
I like fasted cardio. I do it myself. And I know there are two schools of thought, and people may listen to this and go, "Oh, I disagree with that." And that's cool, because if you Google it and look it up, fasted cardio, some people say, yes, it works. And some people say it doesn't really matter when you do your cardio, morning or afternoon or whatever. And it doesn't either. I mean, you're burning calories no matter when you do it. I like to do it for a couple different reasons. One is I just think when you get up in the morning and there's nothing in your system, like I sip water while I do it. That's it. I don't have coffee. I don't drink branched chain amino acids. I don't have anything. It's just a little sip of water, and I do 30 minutes in the morning. I feel like when there's nothing in your system, it forces your body to tap into what you have to make energy to get you through it. And that's I've read a lot of science behind it, and there's a lot of information to back that up. But there are people that will say it doesn't really matter. But I like to do it that way. the other thing is I think what it also does is it preps your body for the day. It's like now you're feeling good. Your body's awake. It's burning calories. You eat your breakfast. Like your metabolism's going. You're awake. You feel good. You shower. I think it just adds a little more zip to your step than, it's 4:00 and you're like, oh, I got to do cardio now, and you kind of drive. I think it's more efficient when you wake up, you're fresh, you bang it out, then you eat, shower, whatever it is, and you feel good. Like, you know what I mean? I think it's
good.
But your mindset, I think it sets you up for the rest of the day. You're like, okay, my cardio's done, my meals are prepped, I'm going to work, I'm going to lift at 4:00 or 1:00 or whatever time of day it is that you choose to lift weights, or maybe you lift in the morning, whatever. But I think it stokes your metabolism. I think it stokes your brain and it gets everything firing. And I feel like it's a great way to just get yourself jump started for the day versus getting out of bed, kind of dragging yourself around. During prep, you move a little bit slower. You're not fast because you're not eating as much as normal. So I think that it just gives you that little zip in your step. And that's the other reason why I like it too. I think it's just really good for your mindset. I think and I've talked to a lot of other competitors. I have a couple of girlfriends that also do fasted cardio, and I even do fasted cardio actually all year round. Maybe just not so many days, and maybe not some days I'll just do 20 minutes or whatever, but I just like it. It wakes me up and it makes me feel good for the rest of the day. It changes my mindset in a positive place.
Yeah, I agree with that. I have a treadmill at the house. And so
if I tell clients, if you can do fasted cardio, do it. If you have equipment at home or it's easy for you to zip to the gym early in the morning, it's so worth it. And you know what else too? It gets your GI system moving. And because during contest prep, you can get constipated and backed up a little bit because, things are just different than the way you're used to living. And I think when you're moving like that, it keeps things, Mother Nature flowing. Yeah. So, and that's always a good thing because during contest prep, when Mother Nature's not working right, it's not
good. Doesn't make it good. And so I just realized that I'm not doing something correct. I've been drinking coffee before I do my cardio.
It's a stimulant. It's going to give you a boost. I mean, it's not like.
But I'll stop it. I mean, no, I don't think it's bad. But I'm just like, I probably should not do that, and then do the little bit of water and just sipping that, and then just people might ask me this question, or you, am I on fat burners? No, I'm not on fat burners. Possibly later.
We may incorporate it. Exactly. Right now, the cool thing, the reason why we started so soon too, which you touched on before, is that we have a little bit, 12 weeks sometimes is a normal prep, but we have a few weeks to screw around with here so that, we can figure out how you're going to get your food prepped. We can get that. And then once we, hammer that down, that piece is done. And then you've got the cardio and the training piece in. Once the meal prep clicks in, it's like it's going to be we're smooth sailing, and maybe that takes another week. So we still have 15 weeks, so we're still ahead of the game. So that if you're ready a few weeks early, awesome. Then we just sort of let you sort of cruise right into it, and you feel good. So
feel better, right? Yeah. That's awesome because that's the intention, everybody. And my name is Heather Havenwood. This again is Linda Stevens. You can check her out at LindaMStevens.com. She's been doing this forever, so to go check her out, who she is. She's also a contributor to Muscle and Fitness. She's amazing. IFBB Pro. She's going to be doing a show in New York in about 5 weeks. So, we're going to, 3 weeks. So we're going to be talking to her after her show. Like, how'd you do? How'd you feel? So we're doing a lot here about fitness. And we'll also get into what's figure, what's bikini, what the heck is NPC, because these are things that no one told me. So I'm doing this podcast so that I can make, inspire you potentially, but also inform you, because I have people all the time go, I always wanted to do one of those shows. What does that mean? Great. Okay. Well, here you go. Just listen, because here we're talking about it. And there's different levels, and I'll let her explain that another session. So again, my name is Heather Havenwood. This is the Sexy Boss Slimdown. This is week 1, which is 16 weeks and counting for me. We're going to just go through this process. And again, this is Linda M. Stevens. Okay, so last words before we just shut it down.
Just remember, Stevens is with a PH. STEPHENS.
Got it. Linda M. Stevens with a PH.com. Okay. All right, guys. You can also check out our Facebook group, which is Sexy Boss Slimdown. And what we're going to be doing there is all the podcasts are going to be there, but I'm also going to be uploading things like my weight. I mean, I'm being so vulnerable here. I'm telling you my freaking weight. Like how women, I don't like telling my weight. So I'm 5'6.5". That half part is important. And
I'm the same as you. I'm actually the same as you.
Are we really? Are you size 7 shoe by any chance?
I'm a 9.
Oh, damn. I was going to say, can I use your shoes?
But it's cool because I want people also too either on the Facebook Sexy Slimdown page or when we do this, full disclosure. So ask anything you want, really.
Yes.
I mean, ask anything because, I'm an open book. You are. I'm happy to share anything that I've done or I know about, or if I don't know, I'll find out and post it and all that. So.
Absolutely. Unfortunately, the currently we're using Blue Jeans for our broadcast, and that's not allowing me to see the questions live. So what we'll probably be doing is getting the questions and then doing them the week after. So just give you a heads up on that. So again, Heather and Havenwood, go. The Facebook group is called Sexy Boss Slimdown. It's a public group. You don't have to get permission or anything like that. And this is Heather Havenwood and Linda M. Stevens. All right, everyone.
Bye.
Thank you for listening to Sexy Boss Slimdown. I'm your host, Heather Havenwood. You can find more about me at heatherhavenwood.com. Also, our master nutritionist is Linda M. Stevens. You can find more about her at figurefitnesstraining.com. All of this is brought to you by our sponsor, e2lab.com. Detox your body, rebalance your life. e2lab.com. Thanks for listening. This is Sexy Boss Slimdown.